there's guys doing it for 10 years and they don't get booked every week.
Yeah.
You know, I've been getting booked like weekly now since April. I've had a booked show every week since April, and I'm now booked into like January next year, January 30th next year. I have another show in Campbell River because a guy from Campbell River came up and he saw our show and he was like, he messaged me on Instagram and he's like, yo, like you were so funny. I want to have you up here again on his show. I was like, okay, yeah, man. Like, first he wanted me to come in September, but he was like, no guarantee of a spot. I'm like, man, I ain't coming up there for nothing, you know.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, like I've gotten so much further because I'm an Indigenous woman because there's actually a group called Indigi Girl, and they're the ones that brought me up to Campbell River.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And she's like she's talking about doing a tour next year, and she booked me for a show in December, and it's like a huge showcase. I did Just for Laughs with her, and Just for Laughs was like a goal of mine to do.
Yeah.
When I started comedy in 2024, I started like actually going hard for comedy. Going hard for comedy. In January 30th was my first show, and then I did my first open mic February like 10th or something like that. And then that's when I just was like, I'm just gonna do this. This is like, it's now or never. You know, I'm not getting any younger. I'm 49 years old now. I started when I was 48, and I was like, there's no other time like now than to do this. And then I said at that time, I'm getting on Just for Laughs Vancouver by this time next year, and I was on. I just like put it out there, and I got on the show. And yeah, like if I wasn't First Nations, if I wasn't an Indigenous woman, I wouldn't have made it on that show. I wouldn't have made that goal.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm Indigenous that I got on that show.
Yeah.
It was a cast of all Indigenous women. We sold out the place. It was like, it was just like one of the best feelings ever to like achieve a goal in that short of time.